Hello everyone, I welcome you all to the Voice of Reason. My name is Miss Angelique. Today we're going to really be talking about a special topic. We'll be talking about the Boss Brothers. We'll be going in deep to know who are the Boss Brothers, what's the aim, and what do they have for us. On the platform I'm here with one member of the Boss Brother, Mr. Aimes. Thank you very much, Mr. Aimes, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
How are you today?
Feeling well, thank you.
Ready for us?
I'm keen.
As you all know, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people, questions that they've always wanted to ask from the Boss Brother. But before we go into the Boss Brother, I wanted to know more about you, Mr. Aimes.
Sure.
Tell us a bit about you.
Like you said, my name is Aimes. Full name is Aimes M Bositampen. I'm married. My wife's name is Stephanie LaRose. She does YouTube videos, most people know. My brother, Louis. I've got two other siblings, two sisters. Both parents are here in the UK. Been in the UK probably about 26 years now. Very passionate about the Congolese community. Hence the reason why everything that we do is always around the Congolese community.
That's very good. So it's good that he said he's married. For all the ladies, no creeping about. His wife's gonna come after you. So tell us, how do you really make time between your personal life and your work life? It must be very, I don't know, difficult. How do you juggle it all together?
The truth of the matter is it's very intense. It's very intense for me, but I also believe it's very intense for my wife. Because as a married man, as a father, sibling, and as a son, there's also people around me that need my time, and sometimes it's really challenging. But for me personally, it's all about priority. I put priority in what's important. Family comes first. Let me start again. I do apologize. God comes first because I'm a born-again Christian.
Amen.
God comes first, then family, and then my work. I know there's only 24 hours in a day, so I just trying to balance that. So I make sure that I sleep maybe 4 or 5 hours. I know it's not recommended. I have to
recommended 8.
Exactly. I know it's not recommended, but because we cannot create more time, you kind of have to create time somewhere else. So it means that I have to sleep less, and I have to socialize less as well, so I can give more time for my work. So I do work probably about 10, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. That's my routine.
So do you hear that? He works, he's well organized. It's really important to be organized as well. So I'm going to tell you a little bit of a story that I heard of a young man.
Okay.
And who started first of all with oranges. Okay. Very interesting, with oranges. So apparently they gave him money. So it was a small money. He went to the shop, bought an orange, stood outside. It was back home in Congo, and sold 1 orange. After selling 1 orange, he benefits on profit from the money. Went again, bought 2 orange, and that's how he began. Does this story seem familiar to you?
Yes, very, very familiar. I think at the time I was probably about 8 years old. I just saw an opportunity, because I think the key for a businessman is to be able to identify opportunities. I saw an opportunity that I went to the market and I saw that they were selling oranges cheaper in the market than when you actually, than locally. So I thought to myself, hold on, I bought this, I might as well sell it, because it was, I think, the price, it was half the price that, you see locally. Yeah. So I thought, okay, let me go and buy it. I bought like, I can't remember, maybe 5 or so. I put it on the streets. My mom, didn't know about it, because my parents were very strict, especially at the time. I put a small stool, I sold it, and I doubled my money, and I thought to myself, wow, I can quickly go again before the sun comes down, buy some more and then sell it. I did that, I think, 2 or 3 times until my mom kind of saw me and I got told off, yeah.
But that sounds really, at the age of 8, majority of us will be playing around with, toys? Yeah. We'll be playing with friends and everything. But at the age of 8, you were already having a mind of a businessman. Yeah. An investor, I can say.
I mean, most people will tell you being a business, let me call it entrepreneur, is actually on your DNA. It's actually in your DNA because you have an eye for everything. You're there listening to what people are saying, because I think the key to being a really good entrepreneur is to identify a need. You know, when people, because I've done some business seminars, and I think here in 2017, I'm probably jumping already, but in 2017 to 2019, I'm planning to start going back to doing seminars. And the key to being a good entrepreneur is to identify a need. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. You can make money with everything. You can sell plastic bags and still make, you know, become a millionaire. So even at that tender age, I realized that there was a need, because people do buy fruits, oranges, especially the fact that the Congolese climate is really hot, so people need something to keep them fresh. So identify that here in the market I can get at half the price than what they were selling locally, because I used to live in Kasavubu, and I'm thinking, whoa, hold on, I can make money here. So, you know, there is no age. It is in your DNA. So.
But did you not have like a role model that you saw that inspired you to, you know, have this state of mind?
I don't have role models. That's the truth. I don't have role models, even up to now. I don't have one role model that I actually follow. I don't have mentors. I do have people that I do admire, that I do respect. I have that. Not to put anyone in any particular category of importance, but the likes of Kevin Hart really inspire me, because he's actually younger than me. He's a young comedian that saw that it's not just enough for him to be a stand-up comedian, but also to create a platform for himself. You got the likes of Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry was an actor, or a wannabe actor, that was never given an opportunity. So what he did was he created his own industry where he's focused more on the Christian movie market, and he's managed to make a fortune. I think it's worth about $400 million.
That's a lot of money.
Absolutely, because he saw that no one's giving me the opportunity. Let me make butter for myself. You know, he created his own. He looked at a small demographic, and he started working on it, and that's fantastic. And those are the kind of people that inspire me a lot. But I do not have role models now.
So, what motivates you? So, it's the first time for me to ever hear a person not having a role model. It's the first time in my life. You're the first person I've ever heard like say they don't have a role model. So, what motivates you?
I think, I won't even say a thing because I know what it is. I have that inner drive inside of me. It's like a fire. It's like a burning fire for success. The success that I want is not just money-wise, but it's also the power that comes with it, and the fact that it has been created by myself. You know, I believe, like I said, I am a Christian. I believe that God gave us all the tools, wisdom, intelligence. He gives us good health, but He gives us also tools and skills. And He has given me so much skill. One thing that most people don't realize, but Louis probably, and you know, people that are very close to me understand about me, is that I understand things very quickly. And I think that's one of the biggest strengths that I have. I understand things. I can look at something, look at someone, and I'm not just looking at them for face value, but I'm actually going beyond them. You know, you can put a computer. You look at. I'm looking at the computer. I'm not just looking at the interface. I'm actually looking at the pieces, how it works and stuff like that. That's how far I go into something. And even when I'm talking to someone, I'm not just talking to them. I'm actually going deep inside of them.
That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. And that's unfair. Because that's just baiting a person out. What if a person wants to have a war, like right now? Okay, what do you say? Okay, for me, what do you see?
I can't tell you that on stage.
Oh!
I like to keep that mystery because I want people to want to learn about you. If I tell them, then there won't be any mystery, because I know there's a lot of fun of VoiceOfReasons.
See? You know? So I think he's very clever, as we can all see. Mr. Aimes is very clever, and I like the fact that you said that God has given us the tool. He's not only here for the money, because we hear many people, they're more eager for money. They want money, more money, 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 money. Well, now I want us to go into the Boss Brothers. Who are the Boss Brothers? How did you even come up with the name The Boss Brothers?
The name Boss Brothers itself came from a good friend of mine, Lisette Mebo. At the time I was managing her, she used to refer to us as the Boss Brothers. It comes in two parts. It's the fact that our name is Bositampen, so that's another way to actually cut it short, but it's also the fact that we are also businessmen, so therefore there's a boss behavior there. So the Boss Brothers, she's the first person I actually mentioned it, and I thought, oh, yeah, that sounds really nice. And then, you know, I started working on the logo, and even if you look at the logo, you see myself and Louis, we're actually in shadows, because we don't like to be put out front. We like to work behind the scene. Yeah. You know, we work with people to actually lift them up rather than lift ourselves up. Because I believe that by me lifting someone else, automatically I'm being lifted up anyway. But, you know, that's what we actually stand for. So the Boss Brother, the logo is actually the two of us, because we actually come strong. One thing that everybody that knows us very well, they say is that Boss Brother becomes a separate entity. So there's Louis, myself, and then there's the Boss Brother. That's when Louis and I come together. We become Boss Brother. So there's an entity there.
So you become one together.
Yes, and there's strength in that. You know, because even the Bible, without having to go through too much scripture, the Bible does say that when 2 and 3 are gathered in His name, they're there. And the fact that me and Louis are Christians, so when we gather together, there's great power in there. You know, and that's why the Boss Brother actually.
Well, don't you find it challenged, like working with your brother? Like, is there no moments that you disagree with each other?
Absolutely, happens all the time. But I will not have a better business partner. I will not have a better brother, and I'm being very serious about it. The key about working in a group is to find strength. You see, finding strength together. Yeah. They say that a chain is only as weak as its weakest point. So the fact that Louis is very, very good as well, we complement each other. So whereas I'm more on the hard side, and Louis is more on the soft side, as in he's more approachable. Louis speaks to more people. I'm not saying that I'm not nice, but I'm just saying that we complement each other very well. Yes. And the fact that we do get along really well as, you know, two people, we get along really well. I speak to Louis every day. In a day I can speak to Louis 20 times. You know, we always brainstorming. We always plan ourselves ahead. We know what we're going to do in the next 5 years. Even before, even this project of Sepila TV of where it is now, the studio, it's something that we planned 3 years ago. You know, we do disagree all the time, but the key is never to pull our personal feelings
in business.
In the business. So
that's very good. That's very important.
What we do is, whenever there's an issue or there's something that we're trying to do, we put our personal feelings or attachment aside. We're like, okay, what's the best thing for the business? I will come with my argument, he will come with his, and then we see what's the best thing for the business.
Like a meeting point that both of you can
always agree. Most people think that my ways always go forward, but it doesn't. It's always about the best thing for the business. Even if I want something, I have to run it by Louis. I have to convince Louis that's the best thing. If I don't get Louis' blessing, it will never happen. You know, and that's how it works. So, but because of the way Louis respects my way of being, and probably I'll say my leadership, that he allows me, and I'm using the word allows me to actually become the voice of confirmation. So Louis will be like, okay, Aimes, go for it then. And then I will say it. I will say, okay guys, this is what will happen. You understand? But it's a decision that we took together, and Louis will give me that permission, say, okay, again, okay, Aimes, go ahead, tell people now. And that's how it works.
That's very important for all those, maybe probably you thought, you know, Aimes, he looks like the head of the business, the head of the Boss Brothers, but actually, as you heard it from his own mouth, he said that it's a decision that comes from both parts. So they're able to associate with each other and come to a decision. Another question is, what other challenges have you guys encountered with setting up a media within the media industry within the UK and within the Congolese community?
We've been in the media for over 8 years now. We've been in the media for a long time. Within that time, we've seen so many things across the Congolese community in terms of the media. We've seen so many things. We work with different partners. We still work with so many partners. to answer that question, I'll just take a quick step back in Sepela TV. We created Sepela TV in 2011, and the aim was to allow the Congolese community to watch what's going on in Congo. If you remember, 2011 was a very crucial year for us because it was the presidential election time.
Yeah.
At that same time, we realized that there was a peak, a growth in the Congolese media. Websites like Voice of Congo, Congo Mikili, and all those websites were booming. So we thought to ourselves, okay, rather than just do exactly what everybody else are doing, you know, have journalists in Congo and film and send footage, for now, we want to innovate. Why do we only have to imitate what everyone else are doing? We thought, okay, let's do something fresh. We want to allow the Congolese community to watch exactly what's happening. So live TV from Congo, they need to see it here. That was the initial aim. So we done that. We created a 4-year, almost 6 years ago now. We started with 4 channels, and today we've got over 200 channels. You know, so it has really taken off.
It has grown from the time.
It has grown massively. And now we're moving away from just being Congolese. We're actually moving to other African channels as well. Now, the question, coming back to your question, the fact that we've been observing what's going on for the last 8 years, we've seen that one of the reasons why so many Congolese media are actually springing is like you had, let's say, Congo Eloko, yeah? There was Congo Eloko. Yeah, Congo Eloko started, there was a team, and then within a couple of months, years, Congo Eloko, those people leave, and then it become Congo Eloko 1, Congo Eloko 2. You know, that's kept happening.
Yeah.
And the reason why it happened most of the time is because there is no money in the Congolese media. Where the funny thing, there should be money, but there isn't. And you find that whenever people split up, it's always because of money. You know, they get a gig, £200. The owner of the website say, okay, I haven't been paid for 6 months. Why should I pay this journalist? And and then the person get upset, and then they leave. So that's the reason why so many websites were open. But what we decided to do with the studio is that we want to be in a situation where we're actually paying everyone working. And that's the first in the Congolese community.
Yes.
We know that in the mainstream media that you know, so Salapuna ITV, you are getting paid. If you're working for Channel 4, you are getting paid. But in the Congolese media, it's not like that. But that's what we want to bring. Hence the reason why we set up the studio. Hence the reason why we actually rent space to other people. So we're renting the space to other people for only £25 an hour. But at the same time, the people that we're working with will also get paid. You know.
But is that the challenge? Like, challenge really within the Boss Brother? Is it paying the people that you're working with, or is it? What is the challenge? Really?
The challenge is not about the paying. The challenge is about the way the media is so dynamic.
Okay.
You know, you're having different people all the time, all the time. So because of that, it kind of give a bad image in media. Because, you know, you get some people, they're only known because they look overly sexy, some because all they do is insult, so all those factors make it that when you're actually trying to work with people, it becomes challenging in its own way. You know, I'm very fortunate the fact that as Boss Brothers, we do have a good brand, that people do respect that and they value what we're doing, but it still means that there is a challenge factor because of the image of the media in the Congolese community. But I believe that once we start working with people, good people, we put money in the media, people are getting paid. It means that people actually take their job more serious. They will give value to the job, and then you can see that the whole media can actually start making money. Because, you know, there's people that will sponsor. You know, there's like people that Adage, that one of our sponsors. You go send it to, you go Sepela TV, you go. So many people that actually sponsoring, you know, actually there to sponsor, but they've been looking for good platform for them to put the money in.
All right. So when exactly did you guys start your business? Like, when did the Boss Brother really began? Was Sepela TV the first product that you guys brought out, or was there others?
When we first started in the media, we wasn't known as the Boss Brother, and it was even before Sepela TV. We actually started off as a media agency where Louis would do filming for events, for wedding. Louis is a videographer, he's a photographer. I myself am a business advisor. I'm a graphic designer, and I'm a web designer as well. So that's what we're doing. But before, we used to only look after the non-Congolese community. You know, I'll say it was more like Mindele. We had an office in Barking, for those of you that know us from back then. We had a big studio in Barking, and we were just doing mainstream. And then when the Congolese community realized that we were there doing it, they came and they saw what we were doing, they were happy with the quality and the service, and then that's when we started picking up in the Congolese community.
Okay. I had another question. Why did you manage to set up a business and you got this far? What encouraged you to take it further from just being something little and to enlarge it?
Vision. Like I said in my intro, I'm very passionate about the Congolese community. I think we all are passionate about the Congolese community. Hence the reason why you do what you do. Comes to doing what you're doing, La Rose, Vava, Franco, so many people, so many good people. We're all passionate about the Congolese community. We all want to see the Congolese community flourish. So what we're trying to do is, we're trying to bring it back in the Congolese community. We set up the Boss Brava because we wanted to make sure that we give something more. We want to see Congolese community flourish. We want to see young people come away from the gang lifestyle. We want to bring them back and develop them and give them motivation, inspire them to to strive for more. We want to see people strive for more. We don't want no more bassets. We don't want to see anything low class anymore.
Okay, so you just wiped out my other question, my second question, just like that.
I told you I'll go inside this, right?
No. I need to find a way just to block it out of my brain. Another question was yes, you said what you guys are desiring to bring within the community. But what are you expecting from the community?
Oof, it's a very tricky thing. One thing, the way I'll answer this is this way, because I want to make sure that I answer it correctly without actually people taking the wrong thing. It's like, when we set up Sepila TV, in my mind was, I don't want people to buy it because they support me. I want them to buy it because it fulfills a purpose. And it's the same way I answer this. What am I expecting from the Congolese community is not to support me because I'm happy with Aimes, because I like the displays or whatever. No, I want them to actually consume my service, my product, because it has the value that they expect. So that's all my expectation from them, is to be fair. If the product I'm bringing to you, or the service I'm bringing to you, is of good quality, it's pricely correct, is rightly priced, then consume it. But if it's not, by all means, tell me, okay, no, Aimes, this can improve in such a way. Sometimes you get people that don't actually give you they don't give you feedback, but they criticize, they insult. It happens. That's the community. It happens. We love them no matter what. But the best thing for me is, you tell me, Aimes, is this the best you can do? Improve here, improve there. I'm happy with that. That's all I'm expecting. Consume my services, my product, if it's right for you. That makes me happy.
Yeah, that's very good. So for those watching now, what I can say is, what Baba Aimes has said is, they're expecting you to give also your opinion. It's not only what they deliver to you, but they also want to hear what you have to say. So for those that they may have seen an error, they may have seen an issue, and they would like to really bring it out there, I would suggest you have his Facebook. At the end of the show, we're going to give his Facebook, all his detail, so you can come forward to them and give them your opinion, compliments, and so on forth. So, even though you're working with the Congolese community, and earlier you said that you were working outside the Congolese community, but what you have started within the Congolese community, are you planning to expand it more into the other community as well?
Yes and no. For instance, the studio, we've got some white guys that are going to be renting out the space very soon as well. We've got people from other communities renting out the space as well. So we actually do allow anybody else to obviously use our services. But the core of our work remains in the Congolese community, because I believe that we still got a community that is young, in terms of skills, in terms of know-how and stuff like that, and there's still so much that we can put in. So I'm very we're still very focused in the Congolese community.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw that in 2013 you did Congolese Award.
Correct, yeah.
And it came again in 2014 again?
That's right, yeah.
So what was the aim of that really?
Congolese Achievement Awards was like a celebration of the CAM show.
Okay.
CAM show, when we created it, the whole point of it was to identify Congolese that are actually doing wonders in the community and to give them a platform and showcase them to the rest of the community. So we thought to ourselves, okay, as a way to conclude the year, let's do an award show to actually just give it a further boost. You know, so that was the aim behind it. So in itself, the Congolese Achievement Award was to celebrate talent, to celebrate our community. We hear so many times, but Nigerian, but Ghanaian, they're doing this, they're doing that, you know, but Congolese, they don't do anything. We hear so many times, but we have some really good people in the community. We got some intelligent people, you got some fantastic, talented individuals and groups and, you know, people that, you know, really doing good things. Why not create a platform to allow them to be celebrated? Because sometimes it's not just about the money, you know. Sometimes it's not just about telling someone, okay, here's more money. They just want to know that what they're doing. Sometimes these people are actually working in a box. When I mean box, is that they just focus in their own thing, in their own world, and they don't realize that people are actually watching them and people actually appreciate them. So such an award was to actually celebrate those people. You know? So that's why we've done it for 2 years in a row.
So after doing these awards, did you see any improvement within the Congolese community?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I believe progress is always slow. We can't rush progress, and I think that's one of the things I will also add to the end of the interview. You can't expect progress to happen suddenly. It doesn't happen. You know, everything takes time to mature. You know, even a child, the child is born, is conceived for 9 months. You know, it's not just straight away, boom, I be me. Everything takes time. But what we're trying to do is plant a seed. You know, a seed has to die first. You know, as we seed, you put on the earth. If you have to bury it, when you bury it, it means it's underground. No one's seeing it. And then it has to die. When it dies, and then it starts growing. You know, it might be months, even years before it actually surfaces. You can see it, but you can still see underneath there something is happening. And I'm so confident that what we're doing, not just us, the boss brother, but what everybody involved, you know, in bringing extra in the community, is actually planting seed. You know, because someone else is at home watching. It's like, I want to be like this guy. Someone else are watching you right now. I'll be like, wow. Angelique, you know, a month ago she wasn't presenting, but now she's presenting and she's doing it good. By the way, you're doing a fantastic job.
Thank you.
I have to say it on camera.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So someone else will be there watching, thinking, wow, I want to do that. What we've done is planted a seed into that person. Some, it will grow straight away, and for some, it will take time for growing. But I do believe that whatever we're doing, should it be Congolese Achievement Award, should it be the Best of Congo Award, you know, I congratulate the guys as well. Should it be Vava what he's doing, should it be JJ Bola, should it be Linzo, whatever everybody's doing, that we are planting seed, and we will see the fruit of it along the line. So I am very optimistic.
Oh, that's very good. So will we be seeing more of like the Congolese Award? Because there are more, because after seeing the past Congolese Award, I think there are more people that have come out now with their talents, either in music, either in journalism, even in politician, in many things. So are we going to see more of that Congolese Award to show others that have come through?
100%. Good thing that you've mentioned it. We, myself and Lou, are also in this group of people that I want to mention. We've noticed, and I'm sure you have noticed that as well, that Congolese community was divided into two. You have those ones that actually doing really well, they tend to run away from the community. Like I said, I'm one of those as well. You know, we didn't want to be involved in the community. You know, we're doing our thing on the side and stuff like that. But we find that with the Congolese Achievement Award, the Best of Congo and everything that people are doing, more and more Congolese are actually coming out, coming back to the community and say, hey, this is what I'm doing. Yeah, this, you know, some people, you look at them, you're like, wow, I never knew this person was Congolese. But because of this kind of events and this kind of ceremonies, people are actually coming back to the community because they're seeing that the community is also ready now to receive them. You know, so yes, you will see more Congolese Achievement Award. I'm not going to put a time scale, but I'll probably say maybe in a year or two.
Okay, that's very good. So those that have their talent, start boosting up, come up, so everybody can see you. So when it comes to the time of voting, we all can vote for you.
Yes.
Another thing, so this product or TV that you guys have bought to us, Sepila TV. What is Sepila TV?
Sepila TV in a nutshell is a TV network. TV network is the likes of Sky, Virgin. It's a box that has a combination of channels. Okay. You know, that's what Sepila TV is. Sepila TV is a TV decoder. It uses internet. It's only small, this small. You know, it's portable, so even if you travel, you go France, Belgium, wherever you go in the world, if there's internet, you've got your box, you continue with your subscription, so you can still watch it. Even when you go in a hotel, you go in a hotel, nowadays most hotels have internet cables. You just connect your box to the TV, to the internet, and then you can continue watching TV.
But isn't that the same? We can do that with Sky Box as well.
But Sky is not Congolese. This is a box that actually has Congolese channel. Sky has UK channel. Does Sky even have French channels? If he has maybe
some.
Once or twice.
It has about 2.
Yeah, exactly. But Sepila TV has Congolese channel. We've got probably about 30 Congolese channels.
Wow.
We've got French channels. We've got about 50 French channels. We've got sports channels. We've got movie channels. We've got cartoon channels. So it's actually a set-top box here. Banamboka, Pona Banamboka.
So it's multi. There's multi. So everybody can. Are there Portuguese, Angolan people can watch it Portuguese as well?
Yes, we've got TV channel from Angola. We've got TPA, we've got Zimbo, and there's more coming up. So we've got Brazilian channels that are coming very soon as well.
Wow. So it's very, because I think I could have, when I heard about Sepila TV, I said to myself, do you know what, I don't need it. Because I can just use the search engine and just Google, you know, a TV channel in Congo, and I'll get it like this. But it seems that Sepila TV, you will get everything within the box. You don't have to worry yourself or going for a different search engine and clicking on. I'm tired of it, especially when it comes to football. I'm tired of it. But it's really good. So what's the price of it?
The price is, at the moment we've got promotion, £70 and you get £10. £70 and you get 1 month free subscription. At the end, once the 1 month elapses, then you start paying £15 a month. But £15 a month, like I said, you've got over 200 channels. You've got a movie library. So we actually adding a video on demand library now. So you can actually play back movies and stuff like that. You've got YouTube as well. And there's so much more coming very soon.
Wow.
And you've got the Boss Brother TV as well. So rather than watch on Facebook, you can actually be comfortable at home and you just
watch it.
And you watch it.
Wow, that's really good. Apart from Sepila TV, what else do you guys have going on?
There's so much going on. We've got, I think I mentioned it last year when I did an interview with Cynthia Camps, that we actually have a movie project that we're actually working on now. I'm not going to go into too much details because I don't want.
Give us a little bit, like just the title. Let us just get the title so we can know what we're expecting.
The title is Buzoba Liboso Maelesima.
Okay. Before we go any further, we'll go in a little break and we'll be back. Thank you.
Salut, c'est Lisa Leslie, l'animatrice de l'émission 100% grâce. Boula Mwanzambi et l'équipe tellement éveillée. Je suis ici sur le plateau du Boss Brothers TV, Sepila TV. Donc, juste pour vous informer, good news, c'est bien. On est sur la ligne espace. on a l'ambra bien, la salle à cassou qui bien, au lingue espace c'est juste prix moko abordable, 25 livres. Aïe aïe aïe, il y a beau foot pour n'angaï, je vais payer pour toute une année, comme ça tu seras libre. Ma pasteur, ma musicien, on a pour ça banda show naïe, abanda kupambo la banda nzambe na message, sentez-vous libre, contactez biso la numéro isoleka ou bien sur notre page, il y a Facebook de Boss Brothers pour ça le bienvenu. Et même pas de quoi faire là YouTube channels. Sur le studio la vidéo pour promouvoir le Konao, bah filmer, je vous dis la vérité, hein, on a foot à studio, c'est pas dans ce prix, 20 livres seulement. Imagine 20 livres on a, on voit combien, aux espaces dans au sein de Chono et puis au chaîne à YouTube, donc aux le bienvenu. Contactez-nous sur le Boss Brothers et sur Facebook. Que Dieu vous bénisse. Bye.
And we are back again with our same subject of who are the Boss Brothers. And before we went on a little break, we were just discussing about the product that Boss Brothers have, apart from Sipila TV, as we all know. Now I have another question. So lately, you know how you guys have come out? People have started a rumor. As you know, everybody starts a rumor. And there's a rumor going around that your, let's say, organization, your business, is funded by the man himself, Kabila, with his also, let's say, his little cabinet people that are with him, like politicians and all that. Is this true?
That started when we did the Congress Achievement Awards. No, there's no truth to that whatsoever. However, it's probably one of the sad things within the Congolese community, because we complain that we want, excellence, we want to see greatness, we want to see this, we want to see that. But then, as a way, it's like, when you play football, well, you probably don't play football, but as a guy,
I used to.
Siko, na Congo, babe na match quarter. Match quarter is like I have to say this in English, poisons, substance. When you play football, and babe, is a match quarter, c'est-à-dire que in order for your adversaire à l'écarter, il faut cater, au cater, that's what happens in the Congolese community sometimes. But there is no truth. I think that for most people that know us and they know how long we've been working on it, they know that we've grown. We've been growing constantly, and we're still growing. There's still so much that we want to do. We don't have all the money, but yet we're not also poor. So Balobike, whenever you're working, it has to pay. Someone else will have maybe £500, they'll rather buy clothes with it. I might say, okay, let me buy a camera with that money. And then, I work again, I put £1,000 rather than buy something. Let me go and buy another equipment. We all make money, but it depends on how we spend it. We invest more into our project because we know que lobby est au futa, so that's all it is. So that's probably one of the reasons why we stopped CAA, because of when the rumor started. It disappointed us, I have to say, I have to be honest with you. It really disappointed us to know that you invest your time, your money to do something great, but then they just have to
say something that was sad, that will hurt,
without any proof whatsoever.
I think this has to end within the Congolese community. And I think within Congolese community, because majority of us do not know what success is. So whenever we see somebody going higher, something unusual than we have ever seen, we begin now to give, is now becoming an excuse to say, oh, Kabila this, Kabila is investing in this, Kabila is doing this. It needs to stop. You see the other community, they support of each other. They are held in hand with each other, even though at a certain point they do not agree with certain ideas, certain comments, opinion, but they learn to support each other. And beloved, like, it has to come to an end. We need to learn to support another. Like Boss Brother has started, they started their business. They're not doing any harm. They're not doing any harm to any of us, but they're building something that will benefit us. It will benefit each and every one of us. But we need to stop this threat of, it's Kabila. Kabila is the one that did this. Kabila is, probably the guy is sitting in his house, in his mansion, eating his food, and he's laughing at us probably. He's saying, these people, they want me to be removed, but here they are, they're destroying each other. So I just wanted to get that point across, because it's not the first time that we've heard. Even when I did the show with Maya, it came up again, and I think it's really a disappointment. I wanted to ask, what makes the Boss Brother unique?
What makes us unique is the vision. First thing first, our vision is so clear. It's like, I know exactly what I want, and I know how to go about it. You know, but one thing I have to give is the time. I did tell you there was something else I was going to bring back. Is my secret to success. I'm probably going to jump the gun again. My secret to success is, if I was to put into a mathematical calculation, I'll say input multiply time. So input is whatever you put into it. It could be your energy, it could be your money, it could be your legwork, whatever you put into it. You multiply that by time as in minutes. You have to give something time. Things have to mature. We cannot ever jump that. So for me, that is always in my mind. There's so much that I want, there's so much that I can do, but I have to allow that time for that thing to mature. I know that once, you know, for the whole of last year, one of my friends did call me, she asked me, Ems, what happened to you guys? Last year you guys were so quiet. I told them, no, I wasn't quiet. Maybe I wasn't visible, but I was still working because I was focusing on setting up the studio, getting the quality, the audio and everything right, and also focusing on selling the box. And I knew that 2017 would be all about the studio and then the movie project. And I know 2018, 2019, I know up to 2021 I want to do. And I know that it has to be done consecutively. I cannot rush. I cannot say, okay, I haven't finished, let me jump to that. I have to do, because I know that once I do this, this will give me the leverage, it will give me the money, it will give me the spring that I need in order for me to move to this and then to that. So that's how we work.
And do you think, before we get to the end of the program, do you think you guys have reached your aim?
Far from it. The best way I can say is that athletes. I remember a couple of years ago, I think it was in 2012, when we hosted, London hosted the Olympics. The big difference between the British team and the American team was the fact that most of the American actually sponsored. This is why they do full time. They just train to perform. Whereas the British athletes work full time, they've got other occupation. So you've got a group of people that train on a part-time basis because they have to earn a living, and then you've got this American that's what they do full time, and you cannot be surprised if they take away gold. At the moment, we're performing still on this area here because I still have to work full time. I still have to do X, Y, and Z. I want to get into this level, but by God's grace, I will come to this level very quickly, and that's when the magic happened. Because once I start working full time, and I'm actually here in the studio and everything full time.
That's when you feel.
That's when I can do I can reach my full potential, because I can be here on a full time basis. There's so much more we can do.
Wow.
So, like I said, we have to allow time to mature, because if I decide, let me leave here, coming full time, and I can't pay my rent at home.
Tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
I've got a wife, I've got kids, I have to look after my family, so I have to make sure that this is here. Once this grows, then I can leave. But if this doesn't grow, I can't. Most people make that mistake. They get so ambitious and they get so passionate. Okay, I want to stop working. I'm just going to concentrate on my own business. And then money's not coming in. And then what happens to your house? What happens to your wife, to your kids?
They don't really think about the future.
It's a gamble.
Yeah.
Life, being an entrepreneur is a journey. It's a journey that Louis and I have been, we're going to the end of our 10 years. You know, it's a journey that you have to take it
time.
Slowly. If you decide to jump,
I thank you so much, Mr. Aime, to come into this show of The Voice.
You're most welcome.
I thank you for the time. I thank you for the word of wisdom. I thank you for those that, even though it was short, I would love to even have more time, but even though it was short, but it was beneficial. It was something that would inspire us and motivate us. And Thank you for everyone that's been watching. What can you say for us before we end the show?
The only thing I'll say, I'll look at the camera, is we need more entrepreneurs in this community. In whatever you do. Like I said from the beginning, do not try to reinvent the wheel. Do not be the next new inventor. Start small, whatever you're passionate. If you're passionate about doing hair, do your hair, but do it to the highest standard, the highest quality. If you're passionate about cars, be a mechanic, but open your garage and do something big. Whatever you're doing, do it big. Do it to the best of your ability, but allow time to give you that maturity, because every single day is an exercise for us to reach perfection. Yeah. Also, I'll be speaking at Revive Congo coming up very soon. For those that want to see me, those that want to get some one-on-one, I will be doing some business seminar very, very soon. It will be some workshop just to kind of give my advice and to mentor. I used to do it so often back in the days. I've kind of stopped, but I will be doing it again very soon.
Thank you so much, Mr. Aime. For those that watched us, you may have had more questions to give to us or opinion. Please feel free to Facebook me on my Facebook, Rebecca Angel, or you can Facebook in your Facebook.
Aimes le meilleur.
Hey.
Obligé.
Hey.
Après, tout y a business de côté, n'a Congolais, un vrai Congolais qui se respecte, il faut toujours avoir un moi.
Mwana kote eza problème pour mtu azana big alina koma mama alembi ngam alembi mama.
Message me on the Boss Brothers.
Yes,
I'm always there to respond.
That's good. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all next week Saturday.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.